They're still in the middle of speeches, Jesse?
No, speeches are all done. They just started dessert.
I say you're quick to the punch with the dessert, huh?
I was outside waiting. So I might as well, sample the
Jesse doesn't really care what they serve for dessert. The bar,
He's in the middle of
bourbon.
sketches.
the
I got
bar
bourbon
serves
and
during
chocolate
dessert.
mousse.
He
That's all I
doesn't
need.
really care what they serve, what they call dessert.
Yeah. All right, we're getting echo. Some parts make it lower, please. All right. Parts is in the other room by my mother's house, so I could hear the echo. Are we waiting for the dinner people, or are we gonna go?
No, why should you wait for them?
The other people at the dinner, as far as I know, are not joining. They're busy having cigars.
I mean, we're in double digits, so why do we wait?
Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So Daf Samach Amud Aleph. So we already did halfway down Amud Aleph last night. Yeah. All right, we got to the Mishna.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
So. This is the Mishna. Yeah. Call Ma'aseh Yom Kippurim ha'Amar Allah Seder. All the Ma'aseh Yom Kippur that's set on an order, right? Which Rashi says means in the Mishnah, the previous Mishnah, whatever the order is. If by mistake the Kohen Gadol does one Maisa before the other Maisa, meaning let's say he shechts the par before he does the Ketairis or whatever it is, yeah. Well, actually, that the early Ketairis. Yeah, so Lo Yosef Klumi didn't do anything. Hiktim dam hasir ledam apar. If he does the blood of the seir before he does the blood of the par, right? Because the order is the par and then the seir. But let's say he mixed it up. Yachsor v'yazem midam hasir la'achar dam apar. So then he has to go back and sprinkle the dam hasir after he did the dam apar. Like this, the dam apar will be before the dam hasir. Right? Now this is another thing. So now this is he didn't mess up the order. The first part of the Mishnah is he messed up the order. Second part of the Mishnah is that before he finished putting on all the matanas, right? Matanas means that he had to put the blood onto the Mizbeach, right? And sprinkle the blood into the kodesh hakodoshim and onto the pareiches and also onto the Mizbeach. So before he did all that, the blood spilled. All right, so now he has no more blood to work with. So Yavi dam acher v'yachsor betchila mibifnim. So he has to bring in more blood, and he has to go back and start from all the way in the kodesh hakodoshim. That's the first place he sprinkles. It's interesting what the Mishnah does here because it says yachsor Yavi dam acher. He has to bring other blood. What do you mean he has to bring other blood? Where's he getting other blood from? So meaning he has to shecht another animal, right? There's no blood. He doesn't take it from a blood bank, right? That means he's going to have to shecht another animal. It's just interesting that the Mishnah doesn't say that, right? Just as he has to bring more blood.
I'm saying that's not self-understood. If I say that he needs to get more blood, that obviously he needs to shecht another animal.
Yeah, but I would have said, okay, but I'm no riot to anything, but I would have said he should shecht another animal. Then that would be self-understood that you take
right.
blood.
I hear.
Because I was thinking, no, maybe another kohen takes the rest of the blood that comes out and is standing there and mixing it in case of this. But that wouldn't be the right blood anyways, the truth is, because it needs to be the initial blood that comes out. Right? Fine. So that's that. Yeah, so the first sheet is that you have to start the whole process over. And then he has to sprinkle it in the heichel, the Mizbeach, and also in the Mizbeach Hazav, and the Mizbeach Hazav. Shekulan kapara b'fnei atzma, because each one of those is its own individual kapara for a different thing, right? Which we'll see later on in the daf, what each one is a kapara for. What's on the next daf actually?
What happens if it doesn't work the second time? Is it like the same thing like tefillah that you don't do it a third time?
I don't know. I can imagine Klal Yisrael, if this happens twice on that Yom Kippur, Klal Yisrael is going to be God scared. All right? That's what I would.
Yeah, but he can't go weiter until he gets this right. So we're saying we don't know if he does it a third time, but he can't go weiter until he does this right.
Correct.
So then he would have to do it again. You can't go out of order. You got to do it in order, meaning so they can't until you get it right, you got to do it.
Okay.
Right?
Sure. Yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, 100%. Right. So that's the first. That's the first sheet. That's the sheet of the Tanakama that you have to start the whole process again. Rabbi Elazar, Rav Shimon, they disagree. Rabbi Elazar, Rav Shimon say mimakam shepasak misham hu masu. He doesn't have to start the whole process again. Wherever he stopped, meaning whatever process, at whatever point in the process his blood spilled, he goes back to there. He has to go get a new animal, get the blood, and then he continues from where it started in the process. Right? Yeah. So like if it spilled after he sprinkled it once in the kodesh hakodoshim, so he just has to go get new blood, and then he puts it onto the arufah and onto the Mizbeach, etc. Okay, so Zogding Gemara Tanur Rabbanon call Ma'aseh Yom Kippur Amar Seder. Any of the Ma'aseh Yom Kippur that it says in the order, Im Hikdim Ma'aseh L'Chaveira Lo Yaseh Klum. If he does one Ma'aseh before the other one, he didn't do anything. Amar Rav Yehuda. Rav Yehuda said, now we had this a few times. Hey Masai, when is it that you have to have it in the proper order? That's b'devarim hanaseh bigdei lavan mibifnim. That's when the Kohen Gadol is wearing the bigdei lavan, which are the special begadim that he wears for Yom Kippur, and it has to be in the kodesh hakodoshim. Avol dvarim hanaseh bigdei lavan mibachutz. But if it's something that the Kohen Gadol does in the bigdei lavan, but it's done outside the kodesh hakodoshim, so then in hiktim ma'aseh l'chavere masha asa. In that situation, if he did one before the other, even though it was out of order, what he did is what he did, and it's going to be kosher, right? So that's Rabbi Yehuda's shita. So again, Rabbi Yehuda's shita is that bigdei lavan in the kodesh hakodoshim has to be done in the proper order, right? But bigdei lavan outside of kodesh hakodoshim does not have to be done in the proper order. Yeah, that's shittas Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Nechemia says no, he disagrees. But medvarim amurim b'dvarim hanasim b'bigdei lavan meini mifnim beimi b'chutz. When he's wearing the bigdei lavan, then it doesn't make a difference where he is, whether he's in the kodesh hakodoshim or he's outside the kodesh hakodoshim. It has to be in the proper order. But anything that he's wearing, the regular shmaina begadim, the regular golden clothing that he wears all year round, then mashallah sasi. Then what he did is what he did. Right? Because the rest, meaning the rest of the korbanos that are supposed to be brought on Yom Kippur, the musaf and I guess and the stuff that he does before, the tamid and the regular ketairos and all that if that's done out of order, that's going to be fine. So again, so Rav Nechemia is saying anything in the bigdei lavan, the special Yom Kippur begadim, has to be in the proper order. Rav Yehuda says no, only bigdei lavan in the kodesh hakodoshim. Right? So clearly Rav Nechemia is the stricter one here. So Rav Yochanan, yeah, what are you saying?
Are there two shittas here or three shittas? Are they arguing on the Tanakama or there's no Tanakama? They're just this that was just a dumb.
I learned it that it's not, it's two shittas, but I could be I'm mistaken. Right? Yeah, but that's why I understood it. What it is on Amud Beis, we'll try and see more because there's going to be a few shittas. So let's see. So Amar Rav Yochanan, v'shnei mikra echad darshu. They both dash in the same passuk. It says v'haisa zayis lechem l'chukas olam achas b'shana. It should be for you a chayk, right? Forever, once a year. So how do we dash in that on Amud Beis? How do we dash in that? Rabbi Yehuda holds makam shemischaperin by pam achas b'shana. What it means is the place that there's kapara done in it once a year, which is where? The kodesh hakodoshim. All right, the things that you do the kapara with once a year, which is what the bigdei lavan. Right? Again, so Rabbi Yehuda is darshaning from the passuk that it's the place that you get a kapara once a year, which is the kodesh hakodoshim. There it has to be in the proper order. Rabbi Nechemia says no. Anything that's worn once a year, which the kohen gadol only wears bigdei lavan once a year. Anything that gets done while he's wearing the bigdei lavan once a year has to be in the proper order. Yeah. So Gemara asks on that. Does it say anywhere in the pasuk makam? Doesn't say makam in the pasuk. It says Alright? Doesn't say anything about makam. Yeah. So the Gemara says Elahainu time of the review. So that's not the reason for review. The review has a different reason.
What?
Because
He goes into the kodesh one time, yeah, or twice.
He goes in twice.
Twice that day. So it's
But
not
it means-
so it's not pamachas, and the bigdei lavan he wears 4 different times that day. So neither one is pamachas. I'm sorry.
I hear. So the chayra means one. The pamachas you have to say means that day, one day, which we had. Didn't we have a previous Gemara where it was a Machlokes about that? Didn't we have that? That there was a Machlokes whether it meant the whole day or each time. Do we have something like that? I don't remember. But that's the only way to be mitar tzikasha. Anyway, so Gemara says, "Elahainu time of the Rabbi Yehuda." The reason for Rabbi Yehuda is because ksiv zois, ksiv achas. It says in the passuk this, and it says once. Chad lemute bigdei lavan mi b'chutz. One passuk, one word zois is coming to exclude. Well, we don't know which one's coming to exclude what, but one of them is coming to exclude anything that was in bigdei lavan on the outside, and meaning if it's done out of order, when the kohen gadol is wearing the bigdei lavan outside the kodesh hakodoshim, it's gonna be okay if it's done out of order. And one comes to exclude when he's wearing the golden clothing, when he wears the regular shemaina begadim. That tells you that if he does it out of order, it's gonna still be okay. It's okay. What does Rabbi Nechemia do with these two?
I just thought that Rabbi Aaron was mechavan to Rashi. When Rashi says Pshat Rabbi Yehuda, he leaves out the word pam. It says the bigdei lavan shein kaprosim b'kohen gadol ela achas b'shana. Doesn't say pam. Once a year.
Okay, but so what are you
Once
saying?
a year.
He's saying I hear that, but does that mean Rashi has a different girsa?
No, he's haiching pam as the day.
I hear. Very good. That's a good deal. Yeah. Okay. For Rabbi Nechemia, what does Rabbi Nechemia do with these two miyutim? Chad lemute bigdei zav. One comes to exclude bigdei zav. Chad lemute shirayim delay ma'akve. And the other one comes to exclude the shirayim, right? What do you do with the extra blood? Right. So you got to spill out the extra blood. So the shirayim is not ma'akev. Meaning anything from when he pours the leftover blood on the Mizbeach is no longer ma'akev. Anything after that. Right? And really before that too. Right, that's what I'm saying. Right. Meaning, let's say he's supposed to pour the blood onto the Mizbeach, right? All the leftover blood. Then it goes out to the Nachal Kidron, then they sell it, right? That's what we said yesterday. They sell it to the... But let's say he did an avoda before spilling it out. For whatever reason, he jumped in avoda and he did it before he spilled out the blood. So we're saying, Rabbi Nechemia is saying that's not ma'akev. Once he's finished with the sprinkling, then anything that happens after that is not a problem if he does it out of order. So Rabbi Yehuda, how's Rabbi Yehuda going to know that? Ma'akvi. Rabbi Yehuda holds if it's ma'akev, then it's ma'akev. Loy ma'akvi. And if it's not ma'akev, then it's not ma'akev. All right? Meaning, if you need to do those, if whatever things that he did out of order are supposed to be done properly, and it has to be done properly. If it's not done properly, then if it's not necessary, then it's not a problem if it's not done properly. All right? Yeah. So what does that mean? Like we learned in the Brayso. It says, when he finished being mechaper in the kodesh. What does that mean? Yom Kippur, Im kippur kila, im like kippur like kila. If he's done with the kapara, right, then the avoda is done, right? Kila means done, and kapara means if he did the kapara, which is the sprinkling of the blood, then it's done. Vim like kippur like kala, or like kila, like kippur like kila. If he didn't finish it, right, meaning if he didn't finish the avoda, that's called kapara. Kapara represents the avoda. So if he didn't do the kapara, then like kila, then he's not done. Rabbi Kiva, that's what Rabbi Kiva holds. So Rabbi Yehuda said to him, why shouldn't you switch it around? The passuk says v'chila mechaper as a kodesh, right? And Rabbi Kiva's dashening means that if he did the kapara, then he's done. If he didn't do the kapara, he's not done. Rabbi Yehuda is saying to him, you're putting the passuk out of order. It doesn't say v'chiper mikila or v'chiper v'kila. It says v'chila mechaper. So the finishing comes before the kapara, right? Why didn't you say it in the order of the pasuk? Which would mean that if you're missing one of the times that you're supposed to put the blood, so you did nothing. Yeah. So that's the Machlokes. Bottom line, what's the difference between them? All right. So, I mean, they're both saying the same thing, that anything up until the placement of the blood on the Mizbeach, if it's out of order, is no good, right? And once that's done, from the pouring it on, then it's no problem. From the pouring of the leftover blood and on, it's not a problem. So what's the difference between them? It's a Machlokes Rabbi Yochanan Yeshua ben Levi. Chad Omar, that the Machlokes is mashmoyas darshan ikabenayu. Right, meaning it's an interesting thing. Mashmoyas darshan, what to learn out from the drasha, meaning how a drasha is supposed to be done. Meaning there is no difference between them. It's just a matter of I don't want to call it semantics, but maybe that's what it is. Right, meaning it's just how do you darshan a passuk? Should it say v'chiper first, or it should say v'chila first? Right, that's one way of explaining the Machlokes. The difference between them is whether shirayim are meakev. Right? So, meaning Rabbi Kiva holds that shirayim is not meakev. Yeah, and then meaning once you did all the placing of the blood down wherever it is supposed to be done, the kapiris, hakodoshim, Mizbeach, right? Then you're good even if you didn't pour the leftover blood onto the Mizbeach. And Yehuda holds it's meakev, right? Meaning once you finish everything, in kila hakol, you have to be finished everything, and then you're fine. But if you have not yet finished pouring the blood onto the Mizbeach, the extra blood, then if you do something out of order, it's still going to be a problem. All right, so Gemara asks now, did Rabbi Yochanan really say this? Right? That according to Rabbi Nechemia, you don't really need to pour the blood onto the Mizbeach, the leftover blood. But Rabbi Yochanan said that Rabbi Nechemia learned that shirayim is meakev. So how can you say that Rabbi Yochanan holds that Rabbi Nechemia holds that it's not meakev if the kohen forgets to pour the blood on top, the extra blood on the base of the Mizbeach, that it's not meakev. If we have a mimer from Rabbi Yochanan that Rabbi Nechemia holds that it is meakev. So the Gemara answers kasha. It's a kasha, right? Which, as we know, when the Gemara uses the word kasha, it means that there are tirutzim. The Gemara is just leaving it. The Gemara is just leaving it by a kasha. When it says tiyufta, that slugs up the Gemara. But when it just says kasha, it's a kasha. But the Gemara, there's a kasha, but there are ways to answer it. Fine. So then Amar Rav Chanina. Another machlokes. Ketairis shechafna koydem shchitas shopar. Let's say the ketairis does the chafina before he shechted the par, right? Meaning we said that first the kohen gadol shechts the par, then he goes and he takes the handful of, well, actually the fingers full of, I'm sorry, not the fingers full, the hands full, the double hands full of ketairis, right? So what happens if he takes the double handful of ketairis before he does the shecht the par? So lo yasav lo klum, he did nothing. Yeah. So Chanina is saying he did absolutely nothing. He has to go back and take another handful of the ketores. So Kiman, who's that like? So like Rabbi Yehuda. That's not like Rabbi Yehuda. The Rabbi Yehuda, because if it was like Rabbi Yehuda, then we have a kasha. Ha'amar kiksiva chuka. Then because when it says in the passuk chayik, b'dvarim anasim bigdei lavan b'fnim u'deksiva. Rabbi Yehuda had said that that's only said by bigdei lavan. That's in the inside, and here the scooping up the handful of ketores is done bigdei lavan, but it's done outside. And Rabbi Yehuda said that when it's done outside, the order doesn't make a difference. So it can't be that he's going like Rabbi Yehuda. So if you look at Rabbi Yehuda, one answer is no, it could even be Rabbi Yehuda. If why is the Kohen Gadol taking the handful of ketores to bring it into the kodesh hakodoshim? So that's considered like it's in the inside. Again, Rabbi Yehuda said that only things have to be in the order that are done in the kodesh hakodoshim when he's wearing white. Oh, so this is out of order, and it's wearing white, but it's outside the kodesh hakodoshim. It sounds like it's not like Rabbi Yehuda. So you say no, it is like Rabbi Yehuda because he's doing it on the outside because that's where he has to get the ketores from. But the reason why he's taking the ketores in the outside is to bring it to the inside. So therefore, that's considered like an inside avoda. And if he does it out of order, then it's then he has to repeat it. Okay, so then Tanan. So the Gemara is asking Kasha on this. Tanan. If before he finishes putting the blood in the kodesh hakodoshim, the blood spills, then what does he have to do? Yevi dam acher. He has to go bring more blood, which means he has to go shecht another animal. He has to go back and shake it and sprinkle it on the inside, which means that he has extra trips into kodesh hakodoshim, right? That means he's going to be in there more than twice. And if it's the case, he should also have to go take a new chafina, right? Meaning if you're starting the whole process again, right? He's got to shecht a new par. That means that his previous handfuls of ketores that he took are out of order, right? He should have to shecht a new par and then go take the ketores, right? How come it's not saying that? How come it's just saying he should shecht a new par and then bring the blood?
We didn't say that he's got to go back to that step and continue from there? Or that was the other opinion?
That was... Didn't we say?
Saying we didn't say that he goes back and he has to continue from there.
That was if it's hold on. That was whose?
That was Rav Shimon in the Mishna.
No, but we're asking in the Tanakama. That's what David's asking. The Mishnah says you got to go back and continue from there. No? The truth, no, David, I think what the Mishnah, because the Mishnah just says, seems like the Mishnah is only talking about the sprinkling, which is really what you're saying is really the Gemara's teretz. Yeah, you're really saying the Gemara's teretz. Because the Gemara says, look at it on the next Amud, right on to Samachal or Aleph. It says the Gemara answers the ketores like Kamayri. You're right. He does have to do another ketores. But the Mishnah is not talking about ketores. Since the Mishnah is only talking about blood sprinkling, really the Mishnah means yes, he has to go back and do everything. Right? Because it's bigdei lavan and has to do with the bifnim. But he's not doing it because, he is doing it, but the Mishnah is not talking about ketores. The Mishnah is only talking about the sprinklings. It's not referring to ketores. So really, I think that answers up to your kasha. Fine. So Amar Ula, let's say they shechted the goat before they sprinkled the blood of the par. Yeah. So loy asav loy klum, he did nothing. Yeah. So Tanan, so Gemara asks, hikdim dam hasir l'dam apar. If he goes first with the blood of the goat before the dam of the par, yasam dam hasir achar dam apar. He has to go back. Right. This is also in the Mishnah. He has to go back and sprinkle the dam hasir after the dam apar. But im isa yasam yishchayt mivayle. he should have to go back and shecht, right? So the Gemara answers, it's talking about the matanas and the heichel, right? But the shechting could stay. You don't need to talk about that. It's talking about just in the matanas to the heichel, right? Yeah. So comes out what? So our Mishna l'chayr is not like Rabbi Yehuda. The Mishna l'chayr is not like Rabbi Yehuda. The Mishna is like Rabbi Nechemia. Yeah, meaning that anything that's done when he's wearing white that comes out of order is a problem. Otherwise, what's the whole Gemara's kasha here? The shechita is done in the white begadim outside the kodesh hakodoshim, right? So that's yeah, okay. So that was not an easy Gemara.
Isn't the shecht of the Nosar officially before the dam of the par?
What?
The dam of the par he gave to Mamaris so he can shecht the Nosar, no?
He shechts the par, catches it, right?
Gives it to Mamaris, no?
Yeah, but then he goes.
And he does.
No, he goes to the kodesh hakodoshim first. Then he brings it back to the forest. No.
So when he comes back, he immediately takes the dam of Nosar, no? That's when they're both there.
No, in the Mishna on Nun Gimel, he takes the blood. No, he sprinkles the blood in the kodesh hakodoshim of the par before he shechts the seer.
Right, real so shecht, yeah.
Yeah.
What time is share tomorrow?
Oh, I forgot. We forgot to handle that. What time is the early Shabbos?
6:30, 6:35.
Did it move up later?
Look at the plug is 6:50.
Not moving anymore. Okay, so 5 to 6. Yes, 5:55. Yeah. Okay, so let's go a little farther because tomorrow's stop is a little long. What do you say?
And Shabbos afternoon, sir?
Shabbos usually the same time, 7 o'clock. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Taner Rabbanan. We'll go a little bit farther. Yeah, Taner Rabbanan. It's only 9:30, 9:33. The Chiper is mikdash kodesh, right? And he has to do a kapara in the
Jesse's staying there to drink, depending what finishes later, the dinner or the shiur.
As long as my wife is having nice time with her friends outside, I get to sit inside and.
There you go. What a good husband! Look at that.
I was gonna say we can let Jesse give the share as a Scotland resident. He's looking like that, you know.
Listen, yeah, free night out. I don't know if it's a free night out, but it's a night out.
Looks like he's got a stellar over there.
That's right.
He's got the tie. See how he has the tie. You never know.
100. Watch out for him. Watch out for him. Yeah. So, anyways, zog the bride. Taner one of the chipras mikdash hakodesh. Right. Zeh lifnai v'lifnim. So that means a kodesh hakodoshim. Oyel moyed. When it says oyel moyed, zeh heichel. That's referring to the heichel. Right. Mizbeach. What does it mean? The Mizbeach kimashmoy, which is an interesting thing. Mizbeach kimashmoy. Right. Right, I mean that the Mizbeach is the Mizbeach. See the other ones you can try. What does lifnai? What does mikdash hakodesh mean? Right. What does oyel moed mean? Mizbeach is kim mashmoy. Right.
What is the mashmoy? Which Mizbeach?
It doesn't really. It's any of the Mizbeachas. No. This passuk I really should have done hakdama. This passuk. That what the Gemara is darshaning now is that there's different kaparas done for different things. Some different avodas of Yom Kippur are done for different kaparas of what went on throughout the year, right? So this one here is talking about for the Mizbeach. It's talking about any time somebody brought something onto the Mizbeach for Tumah, right? So Meaning there's a couple of different ways you could have Tumah in the Beis Hamikdash. You could be Tumah and go into the Beis Hamikdash, or you can be in the Beis Hamikdash and become Tumah, and you didn't get out of there in the amount of time that it takes to bow down, right? That's not, I mean, this is a kachim sugi, but that's, so there's different kaparas on Yom Kippur for these avedas. So again, let's start again, the two dots. Tanabana. Yeah? So v'chiper as mikdash kodesh, right? He's saying he has a kapara for the kodesh hakodoshim zel lefnai v'lefnib. Right? That's somebody who went lefnai v'lefnib. Yeah? So that's what the domim, this domim Rashi says is going for Tumah that happened in the kodesh hakodoshim. Exactly how that happens, I don't know exactly how that happens, but somehow Tumah, it was in the lefnai v'lefnib. Somebody went into the kodesh hakodoshim, the Tumah. All right. I don't know how he made it out of there alive, but that's the case. Yeah, oil mayid is a heichal. When it says it goes tummy into the oil mayid, that's referring to the heichal, right? The outer room. Mizbeach timashmai. Mizbeach is if there was tumah on the mizbeach. And yechaper, what is yechaper? Elu azaris. That's referring to the azaris. Yeah, hakoyanim. What is hakoyanim mashma? Kim mashman, right? That's referring to the kohanim. That needed a kapara for Tumah. Im hakahol, what does the word im hakahol mean? Elu Yisrael, that's referring to a kapara for the Yidden. Yechaper, Elu alavim, that's referring to the Levim. Hushvu kulun lechapara achas, right? And the passuk makes them all equal to one kapara. Shekulun mischaprin besir mishtalech b'shar avedas. They all get the kapara with the seir mishtaleach, that's the seir that gets thrown off the cliff, with other avedas, right? For meaning those, that's referring to other avedas, not the tumah. The tumah, the kapara for the tumah is the sprinkling of the blood. The kapara for all other avedas is the seir lazazim, right? Divrei Rabbi Yehuda. That's Shitas Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Keshem shadam haseir hanasa b'fnim mechaper al yisrael b'tumas mikdash v'dasha. The same way that the blood of the seir, meaning the sprinkling of the blood of the seir, is mechaper on for Klal Yisrael for any tumah that's brought into the mikdash. Kach damapar mechaper al kaihanim b'tumas mikdash v'dasha. So the damapar is mechaper for kaihanim that became tamei, and ukashem shavidu shel seir mishtaleach mechaper al Yisrael b'shar averos. And just like sending the seir mishtaleach is mechaper on Klal Yisrael for all their averos, so too the bigdei of the par is mechaper on the kohanim for other averos. All right. So what's the Machlokes here? All right. It's just a matter of how the kapara is going. It's a Machlokes of how they're getting the kapara. Right. There's no machlokes whether there's going to be kapara side for the kohanim, side for the Israel. It's just what do you call it? It's just a matter how they get it. So according to Rabbi Yehuda, the par is for kohanim. Yeah, and according to Rabbi Shimon, it's the dam, not the shecht of the par. Yeah, and the seir, the blood for the seir. That's for the tumah for anybody that's not a kohen. And the azazel, according to Reb Shimon, is for the kohanim and not kohanim, not for tumah, for all other averos. And according to Reb Shimon, it's only for the Yisraelim. Okay, that's basically the machlokes. Yeah, of exactly how you do it. What each avoda is in order to get a kapara. Yeah. Okay, I guess we could stop. We could stop here. We'll continue it tomorrow. All right, fine. Good enough, everybody. So 5 to 6. Yeah. All
Thank
right.
you.
Good night.
Yeah.
Tiago, I
Yes.
forgot.
Elio wants to ask you something, Rosiako.
Yeah.
No, more of a statement than a question. I saw the what's it called? So I forgot to tell you actually a few days ago. I think on Shabbos he gave that shear to his kahila. So
Who Rabbi Yomin?
yeah. and supposedly he didn't say outright that it was usher, but he was naita. This is what I'm quoting. He was naita that it was no good. But I was supposed to get already the Mar Makaimas from his shir, from one of his guys. And I was going to send you the Mar Makaimas because he said that he has a list of Mar Makaimas for the.
I imagine it's the standard Mar Makaimas.
Yeah.
There was a big speech tonight in BMG. There's a big speech on wigs tonight in BMG. That's what he's referring to.
Oh, it's Yaakov, fill us in, no?
I don't know yet what was said. I don't know what was said.
You're going to make us read it on your status tomorrow? Is that what's going to happen here?
No. I already started up with the Lakewood people. Enough.
Yaakov, maybe that less shilas will come your way. Maybe that was your kavana.
That would be a good kavana. A guy.
By the way,
said,
Icky, how many Twitter followers did he lose?
Lose or gain?
You know how many are gained?
Gain. What are you talking losing?
Well, I saw over 1,000, and then I saw 780.
No, because beforehand it was in the 400s.
Oh, I thought I saw over 1,000. Oh, those are the ones you bought, Icky. Ah, I get it.
No.
A guy comes to me tonight and he says his brother-in-law from Lakewood says, "Who's this rabbi from Farako? He was taking on all the rabbis from Lakewood." I was like, "Oh no." All right, whatever.
Yaakov, good thing you don't got any shidduchim right now.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
I'm just glad that they follow on Twitter.
Oh no,
and not the
that
text
that
messages.
Stein's not my brother. No, it's a different Stein.
Don't worry.
Well, that's for me to say, Rabaran. That's for me to say. That's Stein from Tells.
That family, they used to saying that anyways.
Usually it's Yaakov the one saying, no, I'm not related to those guys.
Right. Maven Yavin.
Yeah.
Is someone recording it tonight, yeah, or no?
I would imagine it'll be on that phone thing. I imagine it will be.
I don't know, but Rabbi Feiner was so busy by the Whitesville dinner about the vad. He spent the dinner. His drasha was about the vad and how good.
Are you serious?
The whole dinner was about how good the vad was. That's what his dinner drasha was. I thought it was
Wow.
it was very interesting that was his approach.
That's an interesting time to.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And then
Aaron,
yeah.
Where can I catch my
when you speak at the Anshe Harris dinner, you can't speak about shades, you can't speak about the what are you going to speak about?
We're gonna have special topics. Even Rabara, we're gonna come up with something even more controversial.
Naftali, go to Shayashiv. I'm sure they're having tons of minyanim after the dinner.
No, I didn't go. I got home just in time.
Rabara,
for
we're
this
gonna
year.
come
I
up
didn't
with
go
the
to the
vibe
dinner.
getting involved with the
I
shecht
can't
policies.
I can't show up now. I'm not wearing a suit. I'm
Oh.
gonna get it from Rav Yeager anyways. Why I didn't come?
You could borrow Jesse's tie.
Yeah.
That's
Where
right.
can I go for my Erev?
Just
10
put
o'clock
on
in
a
the
jacket. Put on a jacket.
10 o'clock in the
Wear a
Aguda.
tie.
Somebody has a quarter too. I don't know who though.
I think the White Shell has a 9:45. They used to.
10 o'clock in the Aguda, you could go.
By the way, they just
the Gadol Adar, the Sarah Torah doesn't wear a tie. So what is the chiyuv to wear a tie?
Very good. Very
Everybody
good.
goes, everybody goes.
What
to
do you
say,
need, Aaron?
wear
One
a
second,
tie.
Aaron.
Rabara, please,
say-
Mr. Shvachai, please.
I
Aaron,
didn't
what
say
do
a
you
word
need?
about a tie. Why are you yelling at me?
Aaron, what do you need to bring a raya from the Gadol Adar? We have Tzviakov who's not wearing a tie at the moment.
I'm
Yeah,
I
but his
didn't
brother
say a
makes up
word.
for it.
Icky, I thought he was talking about me. I haven't put on a tie in 3 years.
I don't think they chop that, parrots.
The guy didn't mention a
I
tie. He
didn't hear
said
what you said,
suit.
Barrett.
I didn't say a
Very
tie.
Oh.
I don't want
I
to say
said
anything
one of his brothers makes up for it.
You don't take that one off. I can make that joke because I grew up in a house that the tie never came off either. So Jacob, I'm allowed to make that joke.
100%.
By the way, Aaron, I gotta know. You ever see those guys whose ties get caught in the shredder? Does your father have any ties that are like missing like a little piece?
Very good. No, because he closes the jacket. He tucks it
The
in.
gartle for the
Tucks it in.
talus.
Anyhow, by the way, we in the nursing home used to get tested twice a week. It didn't matter. They just passed the rule: if you're vaccinated, you don't have to get tested anymore.
Well,
So
then.
half my staff is happy, the other half is not.
Leave it to you. Yeah.
That's not bad. To have 50% is not bad.
Yeah, 100%. Tiago, when are you going to play?
A day before camp.
Day before. Oh, is he going the 23rd?
I think so. What your son's going first half or second half?
First half.
All right. We'll keep an eye on him.
I got Mordechai Miller going.
Yeah, we got the whole Farakoi over there.
Yeah.
Someone said, where can I go from Arif?
I go to 10 o'clock.
Everyone keeps on. I can't hear an answer.
I tell you.
I go to 10 o'clock.
I go to 10 o'clock. You should go. Now, okay.
Where's the agoda?
No, I was thinking which
Liner,
agoda.
I think it's page 186, 232, depending on what sitter you pick up.
And don't forget Yalav Yava.
All rise for the Baruch Hu. I tell you.
Yeah, someone actually asked me last Shabbos. They said, "Oh, so Mustama, your son's going to Rabbi Stein's camp?" I said, "No." I said he told me not to say.
A lot of people think it's my camp.
I think it's miyakef. By the time you're done with camp and all the stuff you're going to get there, I think you'll think it's your camp.
Yeah, okay. You know what? At least they don't cover their hair in this camp. At least most of the campers.
Jacob, I got good feedback that the Erev in Camp Malka is still standing strong.
That's so?
Yeah.
Wow.
How you like them apples?
That's pretty good.
You know how many years ago that is?
Yeah, but they probably improved it.
A little bit, little knetches, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
pretty good,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The air of what's it called? We're here in Scottsdale. Those guys who go around. The air of
Chicago. From Chicago.
Yeah, the Chicago. Yeah.
The Erev Rav.
Basically.
What do? They go around apostling? What do?
They're consultants. They come in and then they tell you what to do to make your air better.
And what do they charge for such a nice thing of that?
Tzviako should get into business.
They're not
let's say like that.
consultants.
Yeah.
Really?
I checked the Phoenix Air for free.
No, you refused to check the Phoenix.
I checked it before you were part of Phoenix, buddy.
Yes, but now you refuse to check it.
Now I refuse to check it. Yes.
Why?
Because if it's no good, then what am I gonna do? Then what am I gonna say?
See, then you lost out on a weekend in January.
Correct.
Well, I don't carry anyhow here, so you don't have to worry. I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying you check something and it's no good. So then
you're not going. You're going to camp. You're going to the bungalow.
I have a bungalow both.
Really?
Yes. Camp. I'm supposed to be there for sure. The first Shabbos I'm going to be there.
Right.
And then the deal is the second half, first Shabbos also. If it's good, if it works out for my mother and my kids or whatever, then I'll stay there for Shabbos. If not, then I don't have. Then I'm not gonna be there. But Pashtus, I'll be there for Shabbos. Pashtus.
Where in camp?
Yeah.
He gave you a big bungalow?
I don't know. He said a 3-bedroom bungalow. I don't know.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
It's a
Hope
long
he doesn't
walk.
say that it's coming out of salary because I'm going to tell him no fly a kite, my friend. That ain't coming out of no salary.
It's a long walk.
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
Long walk.
I could use it.
I hear you.
Are you doing the Erev there also, Tim?
Am I doing what?
The Erev in camp?
I've done the Erev in that camp already before, so it shouldn't be that big a deal. I hope. I'll see if somehow I can make it into Tchum. If it's not working out for the family, I have to figure out. See if I can get it into Tchum. It does okay.
Is it Tchum Shiloh there?
Yeah, it doesn't. You can't make an Erev between. It's a little too far. Pashtus is a little too far.
Why? Where is the Tchum part?
It's like Franklin, a little past Franklin.
That's not developed already past Franklin? We did this. Didn't you send out maps? When did we do this? Didn't we do this like last year?
I thought there were a few houses with past Franklin already.
There are, but it's not. It doesn't. It's
only if you ask the Hasidim. Only if you ask the Chassidim.
Chassidim say it's no problem.
Right.
The Litvish, if I want my wife to wear a wig, then I got a problem.
I hear you.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
lace front wig is a dira b'fnei atzmei anyway. Doesn't it make the tchum bigger?
One second, since Yaakov from Franklin to camp is also a problem?
yeah, Franklin the campus is wrong.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. Otherwise, what would it be? A 45-minute walk? At least one way.
You got, one second, going uphill ain't gonna be fun.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be fun. I'll be cursing that what's the name Waltowski every step of the way. But I'll still.
He's trying really hard. I gotta give him that. He really is.
Yeah.
They stopped advertising, so I'm assuming that means he has a lot of people. No?
He's full.
It's full, yeah. Because
At some point, people already have their summer plans.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he's having 2 yeshivas there. It should be a nice matzah. It should be a
Right.
nice.
Who's the second yeshiva?
July is going to be 2 yeshivas, right? Yeshiva Rockaway and Varetsky.
Varetsky's there too. That's an interesting
wow.
mix. That's an interesting mix there, right there.
There is, yeah. But they're more, they're balabatish there. That's so.
Right, okay. But they're very balabatish. Yeshiva Rockaway is not balabatish.
That's true. But
The father's in Varetsky, davening in Sasregin. You know what I mean?
Right. That's yeah.
That's not Yeshiva Rockaway.
We'll see if the kids smuggle in schnapps for Shabbos morning.
Not just schnapps, single malt.
Whatever,
21 years.
Right. Oh, very nice. I'm happy.
Older than.
Yeah.
Tzvi Yaakov,
Yes.
All right.
are you rushing out now?
I am. I will just finish a little early,
Right.
All right.
everybody.
Everybody,
I don't know if I can call you for 2 minutes.
have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Okay. I'll let you know. I'm a little backed up, but
I hear. No, I was somewhere last night. I have a vote. That's why I texted you at early hours of the morning.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Vote. You'll like
I'll let
it.
you know.
You'll
Okay, I'll
like
let
the
you know.
vote.
You
And
need
it
anything
reminded
from
me of
Safe?
Yeah, I do.
going
I need
after Myra.
seltzer. I need seltzers.
How many? I'm going after
Many?
my
4 cases at least,
4 cases.
please.
Raspberry will be delivered in about a half an hour.
All right,
That's
thank
just
you.
for Erev Shabbos.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Gershon, if I can't, I'll call you. Call me tomorrow morning like 8:30 if I don't get to you tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah, because I'll be checking the Eruv, but I have a phone call 8:15. I hope it's over by 8:30.
What am I checking tomorrow once I have you?
Nothing.
I'm off. I can sleep late.
There you go. It's Rosh Chodesh.
Yeah, I know. I can't sleep late.
Do you need to know where Minyanim are tomorrow, Peretz? Can
No,
you tell me something?
I always have mine before shear.
Liner, we're having a gala kiddush Shabbos. It should be the last week. So we're having.
All right, Zagazim.
Oh, we're having a minion? We're having a minion?
We're apologizing for those who got to daven semi biyachidus.
The Chodesh peoples, good night.
We're gonna be doing it on time this week.
Beef jerky, sausages. One guy's bringing
I'm
cholent.
on a diet. Now you got me good.
Got some
Okay, but
fresh locks going. Yeah.
you got me going at beef jerky.
Oh yeah. Trust me, I'll knock your socks right off.
I'm sure you make the. I've said it. You made it.
I'm telling you right now, it'll knock your socks off.
Okay. Okay. I will
Anyhow.
see you. Fine. This is the last week we're doing it until after the summer.
I think so. Unless you can get me more people that we don't have to make crazy to make this man. You know what I mean?
Right. No, we gotta make this my last week
You
was
can't.
not,
11 people is cutting it too
Right.
close. We got more. We can continue it unless they steal the Sefer Torah upstate. But if we use it, no, we think we have Kedima. So
No, I'm not getting involved in the family politics.
no family politics. You know what I mean? It's not.
You're
Shouldn't
still
sit
recording
around.
this, by the way. You cut
Oh,
this
yeah?
out. What do you do? Okay, something happened here.